皆さんこんにちは、みかんです。Did you know that the Japanese writing system uses 3 different scripts? They are kanji, hiragana, and katakana. Each script has its own specific use and all 3 are very often used together in the same sentence. For example, this sentence. これは東京タワーです。これは東京タワーです。This is Tokyo Tower. This sentence uses 3 different writing scripts. Today, I'd like to explain the differences between them. You might wonder which of these 3 writing systems you should study first. I recommend starting with hiragana because it's the most basic and fundamental writing system in Japanese. Next, you can move on to katakana and finally gradually learn kanji. Hiragana. Hiragana is a syllabary. It's like the alphabet in English. But instead of letters, hiragana has characters that represent syllables. There are 46 basic hiragana characters, and they are used to write many Japanese words. For example, the character a represents the sound a, and ki represents the sound ki. Hiragana is used to write words that don't have kanji, Chinese characters, or when the kanji is too difficult. Some original Japanese words don't have kanji because the kanji came to Japan later from China. So these older words never developed kanji. Hiragana is also used for writing grammatical elements like particles and verb endings. For example, in the word mimasu, to see, the verb ending mas is written in hiragana. Hiragana often works alongside kanji as okurigana, inflectional endings, where the kanji conveys the main meaning of a word and the hiragana represents specific details, meanings, nuances, and more, directly related to the kanji's meaning. In mimasu, the kanji mi represents the concept see, and the hiragana mas indicates the polite present or future tense. Katakana. Like hiragana, katakana is also a syllabary, meaning each character represents a specific syllable or sound. Katakana also has 46 basic characters that correspond to the same sounds as the hiragana syllabary. However, katakana characters have a distinct form which is angular and sharp, in contrast to the more curved and flowing form of hiragana characters. While hiragana is used for native Japanese words, grammatical elements, and okurigana, katakana is mainly used for long words, foreign names, technical terms, and onomatopoeia, as well as for the names of plants, animals, minerals, and more. One of the primary uses of katakana is to transcribe foreign words and names into Japanese, since Japanese doesn't have certain sounds found in other languages. Katakana provides a way to approximate those sounds using the Japanese syllabary. For example, tomato becomes tomato in katakana. Kanji. Let's start with a quick quiz. Can you guess the meaning of this kanji? How about this one? Yes, you got it. This kanji means mountain. Kanji characters can be pictographs, which are symbols that visually represent the object they depict, such as yama for mountain. Logographs, which are characters that represent a word or morpheme, such as mizu for water, and ideograph, which symbolize abstract concepts, such as ue for above. These characters were borrowed from Chinese. Each kanji represents a word or a meaningful part of a word. They are an essential part of the language, providing the main vocabulary in writing and adding depth to the text. Kanji characters often have more than one reading, categorized into onyomi, the Chinese derived pronunciation, and kunyomi, the native Japanese pronunciation. For example, the kanji yama can be read as san in words like Fujisan, Mount Fuji, or as yama, meaning mountain. The context and combination of kanji characters usually determines which reading is used. There are thousands of kanji, but most common words use around 2,000 of them. Feeling nervous about studying kanji? Don't worry. If you take it step by step, you'll be fine. As you gradually learn kanji, you'll start to understand more, and it will become enjoyable. Even for native Japanese speakers, kanji can be difficult. Japanese children study kanji almost every day for about 9 years in school. Even as adults, we sometimes forget kanji and have to look them up on our smartphones. So it's okay if you're not perfect or if you forget them quickly. I recommend starting by learning the readings and meanings first. If you have the time, you can work on writing them as well. Did you understand the differences between these three writing styles? 今日も動画を見てくれてありがとうございました。それではまたね。